Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to be doing a little tag that I was challenged by Jackie Newton to do. It's a little crafty tag, and she did this about 6 days ago, and I'll be honest, I just haven't felt up to doing it. So since I obviously don't know how to schedule my Dollar Tree Tuesday video, and it came out yesterday, like, how stupid. I told y'all I was sick. Brain must be sick too. I thought I would go ahead and do this for you today. So, the challenge asked some questions, and so I had to go hunt for some things because, anyway, let's just get into it. So, the first question on there was, what was the very first thing you crafted? Well, I have to say, I have been crafting a very long time, most of my life. I grew up with a mother who was very talented, and she did crafts, not so much paper crafts and things, but she did ceramics, and she painted, she did toll painting, and just a lot of different things like that. And she's very artistic, and my dad was very artistic. My dad was a leather maker, and he did beautiful, intricate leather items and stuff. And I have it put up, but I still have my wallet that my dad, very first wallet my dad made me when I was just a wee little girl, and it's very beautiful. He did wonderful stamping on the leather and stuff, and so I have those items. And so I found the very first thing that I ever made, and I was five or six, but we made them at Bible school, Vacation Bible School, and they were like a little keychain for our parents, and had my picture on it, and then I put my brother's picture on the back. And I don't know what these people were thinking back then. I remember doing this, but we had pictures, and they would light the little tea light candles for us, and we'd go around and burn the edges of the picture. Now, I can't even imagine or fathom letting a 5 or 6 year old do that. I think I must have been 6. But anyway, we had to be very careful not to burn our fingers, and I guess there were a lot of adults there helping us. And then I just remember we glued them on this little wooden disc, and then we poured this stuff over it. I'm not even sure what it was. It feels like it might have been some kind of type of resin or something, but I can feel the edges of this thing starting to lift a little bit. Y'all, this thing is at least 50 years old, because I'm 55. I just turned 55. But look how cute. So that was the very first thing I ever made. There, that's a picture of me. I think I was 5 here in this picture. And then that was my brother's picture. And I couldn't believe, you know, I still have that. I think my mother kept it. My mother she was like me. She's very sentimental. You know, can't get rid of anything. That's why I have such clutter, but that's another story. Anyway, she kept this all those years, and when she passed away and we were going through her things, and I found this, and I just had to keep it. And so I'm so glad I did. So I have the very first thing that I ever crafted, and it means so much to me. And then I have it packed away carefully because I haven't had a place to put it. But when I was about 11, I think, I made a little ceramic doll, and I knew then I was in love with Shabby. But it's pink. I painted it pink, and it had lace, actual lace that went around the bottom of the dress, and you painted it and put some kind of stiffener on it or whatever. But it was real pretty. If I ever find that, dig it out somewhere, I'll show it to you. But that's the very first thing that I've ever crafted, was that little keychain. And I guess it's an antique now because it's over 50 years old. Okay, now the second question is, what is your favorite technique or medium? And I'm not sure what this is, what that means, or if it's your style. My favorite technique, though, I have no idea. I mean, I do all kinds of crafting. My favorite medium would be my art glitter glue. But if this means like your style, what do you like to do the most? I would say my favorite style is shabby chic and vintage, and then, but I love the rest of them too, because, I mean, as you know, I do them all. And then the third one is, what medium would you like to try? So I guess that's what that means, but crafty style. Well, I've dabbled in a little bit, but I haven't done any like real oil paintings or anything. I would like to maybe give that a try. And I want to work with some waxes. Haven't been able to get those, but I want to try to work with those. So the fourth question is, what are your favorite craft creations? Oh my word. I have done so many projects and stuff that I have loved. And I don't really know, like most time I've sent off somewhere. But one of the cards that I did this year, I'm totally in love with. And it's like, it's one of my favorite cards I created. And you'll probably look at it and think, why? But it's just so cool. And it was this one right here. I loved it. I loved how I got the juxtaposition of the trees, and then this intricate dial on top of that, and the deer, how I stuck them between and behind the trees, and the antlers are out and stuff. But that's probably one of my favorite creations right there. I love this card. And I'm glad I made two of them, because I'm going to send one of them off eventually, but I don't know, I may have a hard time letting go of it. And then one of the other things you can see up there is my mermaid picture. I just did that, and I'm waiting to ship it off to my friend Carmen, who won it. But it turned out, y'all, if you've seen Thursday Live last week, I struggled with this, trying to make a wave, trying to do all this kind of things. But it just turned out to be one of my favorite things. And then my other favorite thing that I've done this year has to be, hands down, the cover to my art journal. This project is one of my favorite things that I've done so far. I just love it. I'm just obsessed with this cover. And I think a lot of it has to do with this beautiful image that was created by Lynette from Cheaply Chic. And just the textures and everything, it just feels so good. I just like touching it, and I really love that a lot. And I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of work in here because I've been slacking a little bit, but I just, you know, that was the first 2 pages that I created in it. And I've decided that I'm not going to use the back sides of my pages. Like, I'm going to leave them blank. I did this water scene on this one, and then my little Laura wanted to do something in my art journal book, and she and I did this, and I mean, she colored the images for me, and I fussy cut them out and put them on here, and then just watercolored little grass and stuff. So very simple things. And then I never did do what I was going to do with this. I don't know what I was going to do with it. So, but this hands down is one of my favorite crafting things that I've done, along with that card and a couple other projects, but I've already sent them off, so I can't show them to you. All right, number 5. Have you been to a craft expo? Yes. I went to one last year in Pigeon Forge, and it was Stampede or something like, I can't remember, but it was in Pigeon Forge. I went there and took some classes from Meme and from Scrapbooking with Me, who is Edith Ray, and met a lot of beautiful, wonderful people there. Met my really good friend Margie, who we had conversed a lot on the phone, but it's always really cool when you go and you meet people that, you know, you talk to through YouTube and you craft with and do stuff, but then you get to meet them in person, and it makes it more personal. You get to put an actual face, a live body with the name and stuff, and so that was really cool. But I've been to that one, and then I've been to one in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They had one, oh my word, it must have been 15, 20 years ago, and so I went to one then, but I don't really remember it. Okay, so the next thing is, what was your first craft challenge you participated in? That's hard. I had to really stop and think about it, because it would have been when I very first started here on YouTube. I think when I very first started doing videos, I know I did pocket letters, but I think the very first challenge I participated in, and if I can find that video, I will link it here in in the description box. But it was a flip book challenge, and I had never made a flip book before, and it was run by Natasha, who was Minoshka here on YouTube, and just a really sweet friend. And she had two other friends that were going through some difficult times and needed cheering up. And so she asked to make flip books for them that were inspirational and positive. And so I made two. And they were the very first flip books I ever made. I remember crying tears over those things, because I'm learning not to sweat it. You know, it's all good. But I'm still very much a perfection type person. I like things to look pretty, and even if it's a mess like mixed media stuff, I want it to look good. And but I think they came out really, really cute. And obviously I don't have them, but I did make a video. And so, like I said, if I find that video, it's here somewhere. If I find that video, I will link it below in the description box. But I think that was the very first challenge I participated in. And I actually won a prize in that one. What's my favorite animal? Well, y'all know my favorite animal has to be my dogs. I love my babies, my fur babies. So I guess I don't even classify them as animals, because they're like my four-legged humans almost. They've been with me through thick and thin, and they're loyal, and I just love them. And outside of that, I guess would be my deer. I love deer. And and then the next one is, have you used your favorite animal as an inspiration for your crafts? I think so. I mean, they're in a lot of my videos. You can see them wandering around. I did miss one right before that, and I'll go back to that one. Yeah, I think I have used them as inspiration. Some of their silliness, for sure. Like I said, I haven't, I used to paint a lot, but a lot of the work I did was a lot of abstract stuff. So I'm just now getting into painting actual pictures with scenes and stuff, and I'm learning. So, my mom tried to get me to do it a long time ago, and I just, I was always afraid to step out of the box and do something I never tried. I can't draw a straight line, so how can I paint a picture? But she said it's not all about drawing. It's all about from the heart. And if you see it in your heart and you believe it in your heart, then your heart will take it through your hands and put it on the canvas for you. And so that's what I'm trying to do there. So one of these days, I may have a painting of my dog. But the thing I missed was my favorite craft tool. And hands down, I know y'all have heard me say this before, it is my Cricut trimmer. I have other trimmers. I have the We Are Memory Keeper scoreboard trimmer. I don't like it. I mean, it's okay, and I use it to cut chipboard with now. But the blades, to me, don't last as long as they say they do. And but I do use it to cut chipboard with. But I've had 2 or 3 of them, and they just, I don't know. They've been, where they bend in half sometimes breaks and stuff. And I've had this 2 years. And I've only put new blades in it 1 time in 2 years. Now, I'm going to have to order me another blade, because I can't, like I said, I went to Michael's the other day for my birthday bash, my birthday money, and that's the first time I've been to Michael's since last year. And I did look for the blades, but they don't carry them. So I don't know who else carries them outside of Cricut.com. And I have a coupon code, and I get it, much cheaper. But this is my favorite tool. I just love it. It cuts great. I love the little arm on it. It's easy to read. I tried that Friskers, but there's something about that orange and yellow color or whatever. It just didn't do me well. So, yep, that is my favorite tool, though. So the last question is, why do you craft? Well, it makes me happy. It does make me happy, but the reason, you know, I've crafted all my life. I mean, it's just, I did scrapbooking for a long time, and I've put together some really cute scrapbooks and different things like that, but I really started doing cards and different projects like that when I started YouTube. I was on YouTube for a whole year or so before I even started doing videos, and I would watch channels. I would love doing gift baskets and stuff, and I actually started watching, like, I would hunt for videos on, like, gift baskets and things like that. That's where I found Tracy Phillips, who was Gift Basket Appeal. And then I found Shami Dixon, who's a lovely artist. She does mixed media and different things like that. And most of us know who Tracy is, Gift Basket Appeal. But I started watching those, and then I found May through Tracy. And then I found Gareth from May. And, you know, it's just been a wonderful community. But I craft truly because it keeps me sane also. There are a lot of times, you know, that it's hard for me to craft, and I quit for a few years because of my health, and my hands always hurting and different things like that. And then I thought to myself, you know, I'm letting this terrible diseases and stuff take control of my life and taking things away from me that I dearly love. And I dearly love to craft. And so I started crafting again. Shami Dixon was the one that really started me crafting again. She really gave me encouragement and just, you know, the positivity that came from her. And so I learned a lot from watching her, and like with mixed media and stuff. And so, and you guys have given me the courage and the, you know, positive feedback to try new things. I would have never done something like this, ever. But, you know, watching Carmen and stuff, and Carmen, who is Elemental Design here on YouTube, she was the inspiration for me starting an art journal. I watched her, and now I watch Sazon, her husband, who is Sazon and Crafts here on YouTube. Y'all go over and show him some new love. He's only been crafting for a year, and he does amazing work. But, you know, he had a wonderful teacher like Carmen. But, you know, it keeps me sane. I suffered a long time with anxiety and panic attacks due to the lupus and different things like that. And I truly believe all the medication I was on did not help. And being on YouTube gave me a safe platform, in a way, so to speak, to share the love of what I do, which is crafting. I'm not an expert crafter. I'm not, you know, one of those people who are just put out stunning work all the time. I'm just me. I love doing my DIYs. I love upcycling. I love, you know, I just like to do a lot of different things. I do love shabby chic and vintage. It's something that I have always loved. And it stems from my love from Paris, you know. But I guess the reason I still craft now, and and why I love crafting so much, is because of all of you. You have all been an inspiration to me and an encourager, and just truly wonderful friends that I've made here on YouTube, and I can't imagine waking up, you know, without any of you in my life, without YouTube in my life. I have truly made long-lasting friends here, and that's why I still keep crafting. That's why on days that I really don't feel good, I still get up in the morning and try to do my videos, or try to do, you know, crafting. And maybe once when I get all that crafty mess in my craft room straightened up, you'll see my craft room, and, you know, and I'll be able to breathe again. I think I'll be better off when I get that done. But, you know, I love what I do, and that's why I craft. And I hope I didn't bore you all with this challenge tag. You know, I think it's neat. I think it's cool we all get to know each other a little bit better. Go over and check out Jackie's tag, and so I don't know if anybody else has been tagged, but I'd like to tag a few people and some new crafters that I haven't got to know. I'm getting to know. So Boricus Crafting 100, Isabel, I challenge you. And I'd like to challenge my friend Sabrina Martinez, who is Abuelita Bree here on YouTube. And she hasn't made her first video yet, but Bree, I challenge you to do this tag as one of your first videos. And I challenge all of you, really, to do it so that we can all get to know each other better. But Monica and, you know, Tanya, I don't want to say your channel name yet, Nails Glitz, something, yeah, I messed it up. But anyway, it's been good sharing with you guys. Hope I didn't bore you too much. It's in the wee hours of the morning here because the kiddos come in just a little bit, so I need to get off of here. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you hadn't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to double tap the bell so you can be notified. Alright guys, have a wonderful day. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.